what I did. I pushed this right here on the steering wheel. Now it's taking us there.
Really? No.
Look, I'm not doing. I think you kind of have to have a finger or something on it, like on the steering wheel. But look, it turns the blinker on. Looks both ways. Like I'm not touching anything. Isn't that crazy? So a lot of people talk about, money and financial freedom, but two things that they don't talk much about is your health, of course. But another thing people don't talk about is their marriage. And one of the things that we pride ourselves on, my wife and I, tomorrow is our 23rd anniversary. And marriage is hard, marriage is tough, but I tell you what, talking about money, if you want to stay wealthy, stay married, because it's hard to rebuild after you have your money. So we've been married for 23 years. We've had our highs and lows, but we've stuck together. And best thing ever to find somebody that you can spend the rest of your life with, but it ain't easy. Like nothing in life is easy, right? So she's playing tennis right now, and we're going there, a little self-driving in the truck, and we're going to surprise her. She's probably not going to like it, but hey, the thing turns pretty quick, doesn't it? I'll end the trip and we'll pull, see if she's playing. But this is where we came last night, right here in the boat. Oh, she's pulling out right now. She got lucky that Hey, come back! I told you she doesn't like being on film. Oh well, we tried. All right, so now we're gonna go check out a mobile home park. We have somebody that has not paid us. So that's one of the questions that I get a lot is, hey, if you have a rental property, whether you have a house or a apartment, a mobile home park, whatever, somebody doesn't pay, what do you do? How do you get them to pay? How do you evict them? It's different in every state, so I would make sure that you check the state that your not so much if you live in a state and your property's in a different state, make sure you check the state that the property's in, because every state has different eviction laws. But let me get her phone call. Hey, honey.
Hey, babe, did you get your electric stuff working at Conklin?
Yeah, they have an electrician coming. We were getting ready to film you for playing tennis, but we didn't get to film you.
10 minutes ago. Just finished.
Maybe we can film you.
Not playing tennis.
Maybe we can film you tomorrow.
I don't have a match tomorrow, but I can do it.
Okay. Ben's still at home. I'm sure he wants you to feed him.
Sure he does.
But we're headed to one of the parks to put out an eviction notice. Have fun.
All right.
Love you.
You too.
So as I was saying, when you want to evict somebody, you need to make sure that you check your state laws. It's really good to have a real estate attorney. If you're going to actively own rental property, it's good to have a real estate attorney, because you want to make sure that you abide by all the rules and regulations. You don't want to break the law. But I live in Louisiana. This property that we're going to right now, this mobile home park, is in Louisiana, and in our lease agreement, it states what the lot rent is, what they have to pay. The tenant, we have all tenant-owned homes, meaning the tenant owns the home. You can have a tenant-owned home, TOH, where the tenant owns the home, or you have a park-owned home. If you have a park-owned home, then you, the park owner, you have to deal with all the maintenance. So if something breaks, plumbing problems, somebody knocks a hole in your wall, guess what? You're responsible. We don't want that. We don't want the maintenance. Some people, they enjoy doing it. If you have a construction crew and all that, that's fine. But that's not how we manage. So we just do tenant-owned homes because we don't want the maintenance and headaches. So if they don't pay their lot rent, it does say in their lease that after 5 days, they will get a notice, and they have a late fee. So they're charged so much money each day that they're late. And then after 5 days, we will give them a notice, a 5-day notice. And if they don't respond or whatever, then we start the eviction process. And most of the time we put and I'll show you when we go to the park. Most of the time we put the notice on the door. They'll respond, they'll pay. I would say probably 70 to 80% of the time. So we're going to go, and this person that hasn't paid, we'll go put it on there. Probably more than likely by the end of the day, they'll contact us and they'll say, oh yeah, they'll maybe have an excuse or something, but typically they'll pay, and then they'll pay with the late fees. We just bought this park 2 months ago. These people, they were paying differently. Most of the parks that we buy are from mom and pop owners, meaning they're older people. They don't really change anything. They're set in their ways. Most of the time, they'll let them pay with cash, or they'll walk across. If there's an office, they'll pay cash, or they'll pay a check, money order. For all of our mobile home parks, we give them, everything is paid through an app. It's called Rent Direct app. And there's quite a few people that we have, tenants, that they don't have checking accounts. And what they can do is they'll get a barcode on their phone. So in the app there's a barcode, and they can go to Walmart or Dollar General or something like that, and they can actually pay their bill with that. So everything's done through the app. So we don't do any cash, credit cards, anything in direct payment. Because many times when we're buying from these mom and pop people, they'll take cash from people all these years. Well, they're thinking they're saving a lot of money. They're not paying taxes. But what happens is when they go to sell it to people like us, or go to sell it, guess what? One of the first questions we're going to ask for, we want to see your books. We want to see your profit loss statement. And if they say, well, we don't really show a lot of income or cash, well, then it's hard for them to justify the price that they're going to be charging for their park, because they don't show any income or much income. So we don't want that. Everything, all of the income that we have is coming through the app. When they sign the lease, they sign it through the app. All the communication is through the app. So if we have issues with them, or if they have issues with another tenant, or if there's a stray dog or somebody's breaking a rule, they can take a picture of it. Basically, they can just take a picture of it with their phone and text it to us. And at first, people don't like change. So at first, people are kind of pushed back against it, because we go out and we meet all the new tenants and we get them to sign the lease, we get them on the app. And then after about the first month or two, once they get used to it, they really like it. So as I was saying, this park we just bought literally about a month ago. So this is actually month 2, people paying through the app, people paying. So they're getting used to it. But this person didn't pay, so we're going to go and put the notice on, and then we'll see what happens.